welcome to my latest installment of Kiwi Catch-Ups. Tonight's guest is Alexis McKay-Dunn, otherwise known as Ali. She's a designer and an owner of DesignLab Interiors. She grew up in BC in Canada. She studied in Toronto, and Ali enjoys playing tennis and gardening when she gets time to do these things, because she's also a mother of two. So Ali, we met in 2007. We just had to have a quick chat about when we met because it was so long ago. Right. We met through mutual friends, and even though we live in two different countries, we keep in touch, and it's nice to know that, you know, we still have great girlfriends over those ways. So welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming. All right, so tonight we're going to be talking about something you did in a past life, really, which was staging. What I've done is I've researched a little bit about the statistics on staging in my new career as an agent, and overwhelmingly the stats seem to say that houses are likely to sell faster if they're staged. So in your professional opinion, is staging worth it?
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, from a staging perspective and a designer perspective, a lot of us are living in homes that don't have the correct furniture size or placement in them. So if you are trying to sell your biggest investment, it is the best idea to show it off to its highest potential. And home staging will easily achieve that for you.
And now, back in the day when you were staging, what do you think were the most important rooms in the home to stage, if you could only sort of pick one or two?
Yeah, so we came across this a lot in staging, that, you know, it is expensive. It can be quite expensive, especially if you have an empty home. But we always focused on the main floor, because that was, you know, people would walk in the door and majority of them have already kind of made a decision if it's a yes or a maybe. So definitely the main floor, so living room areas, dining areas, kitchens, and then certainly the master bedroom. That person is likely the one that's investing in the home, and we want to make sure that they feel like they walk into that room and say, yeah, like this is how I want to live. This is what my life wants to feel like. It's just really creating a feeling when you walk into a home that space could be theirs and that lifestyle is the one that they want.
That makes perfect sense. Like, I have never thought about it exactly like that, but of course that first impression, and then also the person who your target audience. If you're staging someone's place and you have free reign to maybe adjust some of their existing decor, what are tips and tricks you would use to kind of jazz it up?
So if people have furniture and accessories and things already in their home, the best way to sort of approach that would be to kind of clear the decks. So we would take things off shelving, like we would clear this off and we'd put it all in a pile on the dining room table, and we would pull from there and replace things as you go. It's a lot easier to see things when they're a blank slate as opposed to, oh, I don't like this one individual piece. You kind of have to start from zero. But oftentimes people have great things, they just don't have them in the right place. So it's nice when you do stage somebody's home and they come home and they're like, oh, wait a minute, like this is my house. And you're like,
where do you get your design inspiration from?
I think there's inspiration everywhere. Obviously there's lots of trendy design around, and I think as a designer, we always see sort of trending ideas and we think, how can I take that up a notch? So, you know, I'm a mom of two, so I sit in my bed and scroll Instagram constantly at night. So you're seeing things, and I follow a lot of other designers and things in the industry. So it's always something that I'm always watching and looking for things that interest me or how I can evolve something. So if you see a fireplace or something, I'm like, oh, you know, would it be really cool if they trimmed that in a different color, or like whatever. So it's always just sort of an evolution of ideas that you get from other people, and you make it better, you tweak it a little bit.
It's like music as well. It's all kind of a big cycle that
Yeah.
we all borrow from and add to and make it our own.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So what is your latest design project in your own home?
Well, we actually last year replaced the windows in our home. I'm in Vancouver, BC, so we have rain and winter, and it was quite cold. So we've got nice new double pane windows, and with windows came siding on the house, and with siding came finding a leak that came all the way down the backside of the house into the basement bathroom. So we have completely remodeled the basement bathroom.
So
not what I wanted to do.
Your design project became something altogether different.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. I wanted to say thank you so much for joining me today on the latest installment of Kiwi Catch Ups. And it was just great having a catch up with an old friend. Thank you.
Absolutely. It's nice to see you, and good luck.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Every sunrise is just for you. So come along and take my